4, 3, 2, 1. And we're live.
Yeah, we got it.
With an error. But we're back.
We got it. Let me see what we got here.
It's been a minute. Tony D, how you doing?
Chilling, bro. What's going on?
Man, it's been a minute. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks, I think.
Mm-hmm. Almost a month. So I wanted to get something in. Just a real quick live stream this month. I'll probably be back one more time this month.
Right.
Working on a lot of things behind the scene.
Take it off.
This is Ted Hicks with Late Night Parents.
My bad.
Show, latenightparents.com. Tony D is here. Maybe Brian is coming. Maybe Mr. B is going to be here shortly. I hope they show up before we get on out of here. Tony D, lots to cover.
Bro,
a lot of things.
A lot.
Big shout out to all the other broadcasters that are out there. Always showing them much love. I know you was just on All About the Joy.
Right.
Rick and Carmen. You shout it out every week. Sunday Night Smoke.
Always.
Podcasts with T. Roney and Ace World. Your name is Ace World. Who else? Of course, we're always in the chat. Well, you're always in the chat. I'm trying to get back in the chat.
Right.
Fireman Rich in the morning, shouting it out. 5:30 Eastern, 5:30/6 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, Legacy streams, Nonsensical Nonsense, showing them love. Hey, Carm, how you doing? It's nice to see you too. As always, and all the other random shows that you do. Tony, you look beat. What is going on with you, man? Allergies.
The pollen count was high yesterday. We had a storm come through. I felt good. Woke up yesterday morning, tried to get up, got all situated, and all of a sudden just everything just started hurting. I was like, oh, wait a minute, this don't feel right. I started having a flashback from 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I sat up for a little bit.
Wait, 2 years ago? 2 years ago, we were streaming together.
It has been so long. 3 years ago, we started streaming together.
Yes.
I want to say 3 years ago, March or April. She said it's been so long.
It's been so long.
I want to say about March or April 3 years ago we started, but yesterday it hit me and I started thinking about back to when I had COVID, and I actually just went back to sleep, got up. It was allergy season. I had to go buy some allergy meds, clear myself out, and I told one of my coworkers today what happened. He told me after the storm we had Sunday night, Monday morning. Actually, it was Monday. Monday it rained all day. After the rain, he said he could see the pollen on his car already. I said, yeah, that's what it is, the allergies. So the pollen's back up real bad down here. It kind of messed me up, but I was all right today.
Hey, so when you were getting pollen and everything like that, we were getting snow up here. They shut down everything up here. Got shut down.
I saw. Y'all had it pretty bad up there. I saw that.
You know, and Fireman Rich, what's going on? Speaking of the chat, Fireman Rich is in the chat and listening. Fireman Rich, I don't know if you just heard it. We gave you a shout out as always. Love your broadcast and thank you for holding all of us down in the morning. What you do.
Word.
Carmen, I've missed you too. Well, I still watch your show, but real quick, I had to. And we got Brian in the queue. I've had to put our stream, well, the Thursday night stream, on pause for a minute,
right?
Because I had to take some additional classes. And I was kind of spinning my wheels between work and the additional classes that I was taking I couldn't also squeeze this in.
Right.
So, but I've enjoyed you in the lounge.
It's been fun.
I saw you initially in the lounge.
Right. It's been fun.
Where I was getting called out for not doing enough. I was getting called out, and Tony had the craziest look on his face. She was like, "What? What?" She was like, "Ted doesn't do anything."
Oh, she's a fan.
Oh, Carmen, you're the best. So, real world, yeah, real world shit comes first.
Absolutely.
And we definitely appreciate it. So, yeah, so for the most part, some of the stuff that I was talking about behind the scenes, I needed to take care of some certifications and stuff like that.
Do me a favor, not to cut you off, but you got to glare on your glasses.
Oh, you got to glare? Okay.
No, you do.
No, you do. You do. There you go.
There you go.
Okay. Turned it down a bit.
Turn to the side a little bit.
Was I looking
when
Joe
Biden?
Biden?
The head is right on your glasses.
Is it now?
Yes, still there a little bit.
Oh, there you go. I look like a superhero.
Nah. You better go through the multiverse. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I still have light bulbs from the 1990s if you want to borrow it.
Shots fired.
So, let's see. Carmen, as usual, she wants to thank everyone for stopping by.
Always.
The stream, as always. Brian, you were talking about, what was that, like a country music video you wanted us to watch?
Oh, the Ghost Hounds? Oh, dude,
yeah.
Really good. I came across it about 2.5 weeks ago. Popped up on my on my YouTube music feed, and it's like, hey, check them out. And then so I checked it out. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm digging it. And I downloaded the whole album on my Apple Music.
Okay. So that's where we kind of.
And Reba McEntire is a national Southern treasure.
Oh, she's a treasure. She's a treasure. I don't know. I mean, I know you guys.
She really is. In all honesty,
she is.
She really is.
I know you guys.
Same with George Strait.
Oh.
By now, yes, he is.
He's the king of country.
I know you guys over talked about the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I just want to talk about the fallout. I think Shanahan, the coach of
oh man, Wilkes. Oh,
dude, Shanahan has a bunch of eyeballs on him now. You know, because he goes from the smartest guy in the room, you know, the Sean McVay, smartest guy in the room, to okay, you've been here 3 times, either as an OC and or coach.
Right.
And 2 of the times you face Patrick Mahomes, and the other time you face Tom Brady. So
there was actually, you know, you should blame the offensive line. The 49ers should blame the offensive line coach, because there was 2 plays. Somebody broke it down that was crucial. One of them where the right tackle did not block. He was too worried about like the linebacker and the safety on the out. So he went ahead, ignored, and the linebacker, middle linebacker crept right on in untouched and got Purdy. And that's why Purdy had that little crappy throw. I was like, that was one. Okay. And then the second one was where he just kind of backed up. And then he thought Purdy was like in the clear, and he just stood there. And the guy just pretty much said, oh, okay, I'll go around you. So fire that offensive line coach. Don't fire the defensive coordinator, because the defense was stellar. They did their job. So it was because in the beginning it was a defensive matchup.
Mike was good. I ain't said nothing yet.
Yes. But hey, here's the one question. Tone, I want you to take the lead on, and Brian back it up. So, being the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, I guess, is a launching pad to become a head coach.
Well, any coordinator position, really.
Yeah, but for the
offensive
most
or
part,
defensive. Well, yeah,
a lot of
really
people,
good defense.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting picked from Shanahan's tree, along with McVay's tree also. But what is this with Steve Wilks? I mean, is it the worst luck in the world?
Brian, Mike says you got an answer if you bring him up.
Bring me up. Hang on.
To me, every time we got a coaching carousel going on, period. If you go to Super Bowl, win or lose, somebody's probably going to pick you up. From what I'm seeing, Super Bowl is actually a recruiting tree because they're always pulling people. Win or lose, you made it. You must know what you're doing. Take a shot over here. We're going to get rid of somebody. Mike may have more insight.
But a lot of times, check your direct message. I mean, your check your DM, Mike, to come on up. But a lot of times, all the openings are filled by the time of the Super Bowl.
No, not all of them. No. Oh my goodness, Gluck is in the house.
Oh.
I mean, but I think Wilks will be fine. I mean, now you got you got the community coaches over in Atlanta, so I mean he'll be good.
All right, is everybody ready to hear why Wilks got fired? And everyone ready to stop saying he got fired because of the Super Bowl game? Because that is not why he got fired.
Why did he get fired?
I've heard so many times.
Mike, hold on
many people say that.
Because if you are the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, and if your name is Robert Saleh or what's his name?
DeMeco Ryans.
Brian's favorite coach, DeMeco Ryans.
And linebacker.
You know, you are on your way. It's a springboard to becoming a head coach.
Okay.
So what gives?
Okay. First thing I got to say again, people, you've watched the 49. Most majority of the people that are saying he got fired because of the Super Bowl game are people that have only watched the 49ers in the Super Bowl game or the playoffs. They have not been watching the 49ers the entire season. What I can tell you is if you look at the 49ers have not been good against the run the entire season. They were third against the run last season. They were 26th against the run this year. Part of that reason is because they were getting beat on the edges of their defense, not because of Hargreaves, which I heard a Philadelphia fan tell me, oh, they got Hargreaves, and Hargreaves is not that good of a run defender. Well, it wasn't his fault. The thing is, on the edges of the defense, they were getting beat on the edges of the defense all the entire season. And also, people talk about the pass rush of the 49ers. If you look at the season, it got worse as the season went on. If you notice, like a little bit towards the end of the season, if you get the last 7 or 8 games, they couldn't get to the quarterback. With Nick Bosa on one side and Chase Young on the other. And then they had Randy Gregory too. You really couldn't get to the passer consistently. So with those two things happening, plus your secondary, I know that Defungo was out for the year. I know that with an ACL injury. However, it looked like, with that not happening and the secondary not, which of course, people, his specialty is being a defensive back coach, Steve Wilks. So with the secondary not looking great, the pass rush not getting there, and them not being able to, defend the run, that spells bad things for a coach. Also, another thing that people forget, when the 49ers went on their 3-game losing streak, what did Kyle Shanahan do? He actually asked Steve Wilks to come down to the field because he felt there was a disconnection between him and the defense when he was in the booth. So right then and there, you already knew something was off between this defense and Steve Wilks, and it just carried on throughout the season. Even though the defense looked great at points, they weren't as great as they usually had been because of those simple things and just the fact that that defense and the defensive coordinator Steve Wilks just seemed to not be on the same page the entire year, despite how good they looked at times.
Okay. Okay. All right. I was going to ask, like, what would be more better? What would be more efficient? Like, if you do a 4-3 or 4-3, 3-4 defense, or
No, they run a 4-3. They run a 4-3 defense. They run a 4-3, but they literally Owen Burks really doesn't play as much because he's the third linebacker in the crew. Kind of like how Azeez Al-Shire was the third linebacker of the crew the previous year. Then he went to Tennessee and became the starting middle linebacker, and is probably going to get a very lucrative contract this offseason. So to me, they run a 4-3 next year, and a name that I threw out there that I think they should look at, and I know that Ted is probably going to laugh at me. Brian might laugh at me too, but I will bring you into why I think that he could be a good defensive coordinator for this team. That'd be Brandon Staley, the former coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I'll tell you why. Look at what he did with the defense that had Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald. He made that defense very, very good.
Look at who he had.
49ers. What's that?
Look at who he had. Look at the two names you had.
I know that. But what I'm saying is, I know that. But what I'm also saying is, look at who the 49ers had. 49ers have a bunch of pieces like that too. So if you bring him to that type of defense, I think he actually does well at accentuating what stars do well.
Right.
And so I think he would actually fit that defense more. I've heard people say Mike Vrabel as a defensive coordinator, but I will tell you this. If you saw Mike Vrabel the last year he was the defensive coordinator before he became the head coach of the Titans, you would know that he is not a guy that can be a defensive coordinator that can raise a level of a defense. He actually brought down the level of that Houston Texans defense before he became the head coach of the Tennessee Titans.
Because they were strong on the run, but then on the pass they were abysmal, and then on top of that too, the secondary was just pretty much handicapped. But I actually, you know what? That does make sense. I'm not mad at that. That is logical.
I'm always logical, man. People got to understand one day.
Oh no! I mean, I'm not. I mean, you're on the field. You're talking to the guys not questioning, not doubting at all.
So wait, Staley, when he was up under McVay, great. He knew exactly what he was doing. He played his.
He knew the right buttons to push.
Yes, but all defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators don't make great head coaches.
This is correct.
And
this is Ted. Let me also tell you one thing. If you don't mind. Also, do you notice that when some defensive coordinators or some offensive coordinators become head coaches, that the thing that's their specialty, which is, for offensive coordinators offense or defense coordinators defense, always looks worse for the team they coach? Yes. It always happens. Like, you look at Brian Billick. The Ravens offense never looked good when he was the head coach. The defense always looked great.
Don Chambers
was supposed to be a quarterback specialist, and that shit did not work for him.
Yeah.
Remember Kyle Bowler? Kyle wanna be a bowler?
And then that Dom Capers, when he was always a defensive coordinator, then he became the first head coach of the Texans, and just
wait.
I don't call him Don Capers. You know what I want to call? You know what I say? I call him Brian.
What?
The toupee Sousa.
Listen, he was the coach of the Panthers, and they did good under him for a minute. Did they make it to the Super Bowl under him?
They did.
No, not under him. I don't think it was under him though.
Oh no! It was under Coughlin. It was under Coughlin.
No,
not in Carolina. I can't remember who was coach of Carolina at the time.
No. Don Capers. He was defensive coordinator for the Packers when they won their Super Bowl.
No, he was with Carolina for a minute. Dom Capers was with Carolina.
Dom Capers was a defensive coordinator for the Packers
Jacksonville. My bad.
Yeah, the funniest thing is the last time the Packers won the Super Bowl, the center for the Packers at that point in time actually played high school football with him, Scott Wells.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad to see Anthony Lynn back in there.
Let me jump
He's in
into
Washington now. He is the I think he's offensive coordinator. Is he? I don't think he's offensive coordinator.
No,
He's the running game coordinator for the Commanders now. Which he
yes.
was doing that for the 49ers. So, basically now you also got to remember that with some of this movement of their assistant coaches, that the 49ers will be getting more compensatory picks, and people are going to be even more mad because they get more compensatory picks.
Well, they understand they understand the game.
Yeah, exactly.
The game within the game.
Exactly.
He led the Panthers to a division title and an NFC championship game. That's what it was. So
I don't remember who the coach was when they went to the Super Bowl.
That was
Ron Rivera when they went to the Super Bowl.
No, I don't think it was Ron. It was somebody else.
They went under what's one man's name?
You talking about with Cam?
No.
No. It was with Jake Delhomme. Jake Delhomme was quarterback.
Delhomme was the quarterback. I remember who the coach was.
I'll look it up.
I'm looking it up now. I know Capers was there. I forgot. I used to know this by heart. God, this is embarrassing.
I don't know anything about Carolina by heart, man.
John Fox.
John Fox. Yeah.
John Fox came in right behind Dom Capers, and actually, the other guy that was the coach there, George Seifert was there too.
Man, look, don't bring up the bad memories of George Seifert being a coach there.
Wow.
Yeah, he was there. He was there, Ted. It was bad, Ted. It was bad.
It was terrible.
Wow.
Terrible.
So
man, it was Charles Barkley terrible, man. It's about as terrible. It was about as terrible as the Milwaukee's defense versus the Memphis Grizzlies tonight.
But that whole season, every game by field goal.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. The theme for the Milwaukee Bucks this year has been defense is optional.
Yes.
Tell me how we were talking about it in work today. Just a segue, how insane that Doc Rivers is coaching the All-Star game.
Legendary.
No, it's not legendary, Tone. He's got it. The primary guy, Adrian Griffin, who got the boot, had the best record at the time when the coaches were getting picked. I
got a story for you, Ted, when you get done.
Yeah, he gets fired. I'm hearing. I heard a crazy story that Doc was a consultant.
Yes, he was. He was a consultant for that job. Actually consulting and trying to give Adrian Griffin advice about this job.
Dude.
What all I can say about that is what in the Sam Cooke is going on there?
What in the Charles Dickens is going on? Come on. Man.
No. You look up Sam Cooke, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes. And
Tony knows what I'm talking about.
I'm referencing Charles Dickens because
what you say, Tony?
I said I haven't looked at basketball for real. Now I can start.
No. You don't need to look at basketball to know what Sam Cooke did. Just look at what Sam Cooke did. Look up Ted, you want to tell them about what Sam Cooke did?
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna look it up.
Nope. Yeah, go ahead, look it up.
Oh boy.
Listen.
Pretty bad, I'll tell you that.
It's just so crazy.
Is it COOKE?
Said it?
Is it COOKE?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's Sam Cooke. He's a singer.
I know what the singer did. If you're talking about a singer, I don't know.
Ooh, Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke was a bad boy.
Yes, he
was. In a couple different ways.
Mm-hmm. Dude. Just crazy.
Man.
Yes, he was.
Brian over here looking it up, man. Once he gets it, he's gonna have that moment, just like the dude in the barbershop on Coming to America. Aha!
I mean,
yep.
If I'm Doc.
Do you see the expression? Do you see the expression that Brian's having right now?
Yo, if I'm Doc, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, I know you want to get back in the game, but come on. Stop it.
Doc said, hey, let me get this check for about 3 years because he signed a 3-year deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got he signed a 3-year deal right after he advised Adrian Griffin about this job. And it said, and then the organization said, "Okay, we're just gonna let you go. We really wanted you, Doc, but we was trying to try something different."
Yes.
Wow, that happened 60 years ago?
What to my Sam Cooke?
Yeah.
Oh yes, it did. Sam Cooke was a bad man.
Wow.
He said, "I got to have it."
That's what he did.
Yeah, so it's on December 11th, 1964, singer Sam Cooke burst into the main office of the Hacienda Motel in El Segundo outside Los Angeles. He was in nothing but a jacket and one shoe. Cook demanded that the hotel manager tell him where the young woman he arrived at the hotel with had gone. The shouting became physical, and afraid for her life, the motel manager pulled a gun and fired 3 shots at the singer. At least the story that Bertha Franklin later told LAPD, the shooting was ruled as a justifiable homicide.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No, there was some other stuff too, but hey, that's probably one of the stories.
Yeah.
There were some other stories there too. Trust me.
What's your guys' take on this whole LeBron to wherever? LeBron to the Warriors, or LeBron and
I'm not even mad about it, to be honest. I mean, and the one thing I'm not even more mad about, the rumor out there about the Lakers are interested or thinking about bringing Bronny to the team because he's out there. I saw that one, but the thing I'm not mad about it though. I'm really not. I'm like, look, the funny thing about this world is we celebrate some nepotism and we just get mad at some versions of nepotism. Like some people out there celebrating the nepotism of Elon Musk and a certain particular gentleman trying to jump back in the next election.
Mm-hmm.
But then they downplay the then they get mad at the nepotism of LeBron. Because I mean, let's be honest, some of the talk is because it's who his dad is. But I'm not mad about it because I'm just like, hey, he's doing the best he can to help his son succeed in life. I'm not mad about that. But it just, I don't know, it's just amazing the perspectives and the lenses that people see different things from. And particularly, in my opinion, it comes from people not liking that man to begin with. Basically.
Exactly.
Tony, what's your take?
I want to see it.
Brian, you got a take on it?
What?
You got
Brian's still reading on Sam Cooke over there.
Yeah, I'm all into this article. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
Brian, Sam Cooke's story could be a great thriller, a great action movie, all in one.
I want to see LeBron
or just a hookup gone wrong.
So
what's that? What'd you say?
I said I want to see LeBron play with his son. He went out there so they could draft his son. That was
Brian. Mm-hmm. Brian, tell me that about the hookup going wrong. I want to hear about that. Go ahead, talk about that, sir.
I mean, yeah, it's like the lady that he showed up with. She was 22 years old. Let me scroll back up here. Elsa Boyer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said so. That evening, Cooke wandered away from the diner with his producer to visit the bar where he bought drinks for his friends in the music business, apparently flashing thousands of cash. While chatting, Cooke the eye of a 22-year-old Elsa Boyer. A few hours later, that pair hopped in Cooke's red Ferrari and headed down to the El Segundo. Cooke and Boyer ended up at the Hacienda Motel around 2 a.m., known for its $3 an hour rates. Shucky ducky quack quack. At the desk, Cooke asked for a room under his own name, saying Boyer in the car at the hotel manager, Bertha Franklin, told the singer he needed to sign in as Mr. and Mrs. Within an hour, Sam Cooke was dead. According to Elsa Boyer, Sam Cooke forced her into their room at the Hacienda Motel. She reportedly asked the singer to take her home. Instead, he rented the room and pinned her to the bed. I knew he was going to rape me, Boyer told police. In the motel room, Boyer tried to escape through the bathroom, but found the window painted shut. When she left the bathroom, Boyer found Cook undressed on the bed. She waited until he went to the bathroom and then, just wearing her slip, grabbed a pile of clothes and fled. A block away, Boyer pulled on her clothes, abandoning Cook's shirt and pants on the ground. When Sam Cooke left the bathroom, found his clothes gone, wearing the sports jacket and a single shoe, Cooke pounded on the door of the motel where Bertha Franklin worked. Is the girl in there? Cooke yelled. Bertha Franklin later told police Cooke rammed down the door and charged into the office. Where's the girl? Cooke demanded as he grabbed Franklin by the wrist. As the singer demanded answers, Franklin tried to push him away, even kicked him. Then Franklin grabbed the pistol. I shot at close range 3 times. The first 2 shots missed, but the third bullet hit the singer in the chest as he fell back, exclaiming, "Lady, you shot me." Those were Sam Cooke's last words.
Hey, I will say this, Brian. That actually wasn't the story I was thinking of, but I didn't know all of that story. There's another story about Sam Cooke out there too, but
Oh, okay.
Basically,
this one's here. The hookup gone wrong.
No, that was a hookup gone wrong. But there's another story about a hookup that happened that basically, he basically got his girl took from him.
Ooh.
What? Hang on.
Hey, I know Tony is tight for time. I want to just get you guys.
Tony out there flossing, man. He ain't think about nobody else.
Tony is beat. He's toast. Hey. There's two things, and then we can wrap this thing up. What's your thoughts on Bill Simmons versus Pat McAfee? Does that move the needle for you, or is that just two people just talking smack?
Two different.
Is this a talking battle? Yeah.
Because Pat McAfee, he's got more energy than Bill Sims.
And the flip side to it, like I think it was about a day and a half ago, with all of that I don't know if it's fact or fiction, with the stuff with Shannon Sharpe and Mike Epps, because
that's real.
It was real until
but they did meet up. They did meet up though.
That is all over my my YouTube.
But now everyone is good. It's all love, and they taking pictures.
Oh, Mike Epps don't want that smoke from Shannon Sharpe.
Man, look, they both 50 years old. What they gonna do? Fight and then walk around some walkers after all the injuries? What they gonna do?
So what was the issue between the two?
It's because basically he felt like Shannon Sharpe felt like. Not Shannon Sharpe, but Mike Epps felt like Shannon Sharpe was trying to egg Cat Williams on to say something about Mike Epps. And Mike Epps caught wind of that, saw it, said something about it, and then they had a little beef. And I'm just like, stop it. At some point, y'all both got to realize y'all are about 50 years old.
Right.
Y'all don't have the energy or the time for any of that foolishness. I'm just like, in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, they do realize they're in their 50s, right? And this looks kind of really super lame and foolish.
Not only that, but they got too many zeros in their bank account to be acting foolish out here.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't even give stuff too much time, and I'm what 41. So I can I haven't got as near as many zeros as they have. So I don't, I'm just like, come on. At some point, I'm just like, look, you got to protect your energy. Part of protecting your energy is not allowing someone inside your space, which is what Mike Epps did. And then, of course, Shannon Sharpe, of course, he's going to, he's going to do what he's going to do.
Right.
I'm lucky to have 3 zeros on check, so I ain't pushing the envelope.
Oh man, I'm gonna have them 4 zeros, 4 or 5 zeros eventually. It's coming.
I hear you.
Oh my goodness. No JoJo tonight. Brian, I'll give you.
JoJo said he's watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That's why he's not here.
Have you guys watched that?
No,
I watched some of it.
How is it? I heard it's pretty good.
It's kind of slow evolving. Okay. It's a little different. It's definitely, the plot is a lot different than the actual movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? I think there was one.
Yeah, you had something else you want to talk about. You wanted to talk about Justin Fields, and is he or isn't he going to be in Chicago next year? Which I think he's going to be in Chicago next year.
He'll be there.
Yeah, he'll be in Chicago.
Man.
They got no reason to get rid of him.
In the Hall of Fame.
Oh, shout out to Devin Hester.
Yeah.
Shout out to Devin Hester, Andre Johnson. And Julius Peppers.
Yes.
Can we? Julius Pickle Peppers is that's what my boy calls him. That plays the Julius Pickle Peppers.
Yo, Mike, were you at the Super Bowl? Were you at the?
Nah, I didn't go this year.
You took the year off.
I've taken the last few years off, to be honest. I could have, the day job, it ain't necessarily gonna be like, okay, cool, I can do that. But I will be in Chicago this summer though.
Okay.
For the NABJ National Convention in Chicago, I will be there.
Got it.
So quick question. So what would you have to do to become eligible to be like on the Radio Row during the Super Bowl?
Apply.
Tony and
I honestly I had some friends that were actually on Radio Row. I had some friends that are actually on Radio Row this year.
What's his name? Raph.
Yeah. Hold on. There was more. Okay. Boy TV was out there too with Karita Parks and Seawall and they were out there too. Then you had BS3 was out there, Ben Sutter and his crew. They were out there too. So, honestly, I just got to get myself together, for New Orleans next year. Be like, okay, cool. Let me get this spread. So I got to get the nice little spread, go across the table, the nice little fancy mics, and get out there and do my thing.
You just need a gamer headset.
I will say, you can't. You got to have a mic out there. You got to get fancy with the mic. But I do have to have. I'm probably going to have a crew because I can't be at Radio Row and then be at the press conferences at the same time. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. So it's because right now my crew of touring the AFC South is me, myself, and I. Right. So I can't clone myself, unless I holler at Steve Urkel and he can, kind of throw me in the little machine. But other than that,
step into the room, boom, he's up here.
Man, did he come? Did he just come in from outside or something?
In the building.
Yeah, I was outside.
Yeah, I thought so, man. I was looking at the beard, man. I was like, yeah, he's sitting over there. He's kind of started doing this. I was like, man, he about to braid his beard on national TV.
I might. I just might.
Yeah, he had to get rid of all the fleas and ticks out first before he came on camera.
He's just jealous because you can't grow an actual man's beard. Watch your mouth, boy.
I told you, professional. I gotta look like a professional.
You can have a beard professional, have a long beard. Look, it's the same folks that told me. Same folks told me I couldn't have locks and being the day job I have. I showed them.
I'm around professionals all day long. I work around big, rich, fancy bigwigs all day long, and they nobody ever said anything about my beard.
Look, I don't even talk about I don't even give the name of what my day job is because people will look at me and they be like, really? You do that for a living? Because people would not expect that I do that and that I'm good with numbers like that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm good with numbers like that.
You're a bookie, huh?
No, definitely not a bookie.
What's going on with you?
I would be on TV if I was a bookie.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man. What's going on with you?
Not much. We out of town, chilling in the hotel.
Nice.
Your background look different.
Living a good life, huh?
Yeah, we came out of town for the weekend. It's one of Nikki's best friend's birthdays, so I was like, I'll take a couple days off. Why don't we go ahead and head up, get a hotel for a night or so, and kind of chill before we get into the craziness of the weekend.
Got it.
Look, I'm just glad you ain't sitting there talking to us from a toilet, man. I'm just glad you're not.
My co-host does that on my show. Tony used to do that on my show.
Well, man, look, y'all. I will say this: you won't have to have the sound effects, I guess, if you're sitting on the toilet doing the show.
No, I'm at an official hotel desk. Got a little office chair. I'm not quite the home setup, so I'm a little out of place here. But
where's your championship belt? I thought you bring that. I thought you bring that everywhere.
This is not a murder hotel.
It is not a murder hotel. I used to. So I used to, but I had my first one was kind of defective, and I think it was because I brought it with me on the weekends. We're not doing the show this weekend. Jeff's going to be out of town. Actually, Connor has plans with his wife, and then of course I'm out of town, so we took the weekend off. I brought my laptop with me because I still got shows I got to get uploaded and all that jazz. So I'd like to say I'm taking a vacation from work, but unfortunately, podcast work never ends.
No, it doesn't. Amen to that. Hey, Ted, I gotta point out one thing. The Memphis Grizzlies are up 113-110 over the Milwaukee Bucks. This is without Ja Morant. This is without Jaren Jackson Jr. This is without Desmond Bane. They have none of those three, and they are down to the Memphis Grizzlies 113-110. The fact that the Memphis Grizzlies have scored 113 points without their three main scorers ought to tell you something about the lackluster, porous defense of the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, and also I got to say this too. Shout out to Derrick Rose for getting that next paycheck. I don't know, he hasn't played that much.
That's why.
No, Derrick Rose is in street clothes. He has been in street clothes majority of the season. So, really? Yes, he has.
I thought he was going to be like a mentor to John Morant, but I guess that didn't work out.
He can still do that and be in street clothes. So he can still talk. His mouth is on the injured list. So there you go. There you go. And actually, they didn't have the ball either. That's what I forgot to tell you. Yeah, the Grizzlies actually had the ball, so Bucks have to foul them.
Right.
So, Mike, no Super Bowl, no All-Star game. Are you going to the All-Star game?
Nah, I'm not going to. I don't usually do the basketball All-Star games, man. Nah.
Okay.
Now I will say this though, I'll probably pop up at Titans training camp. During that, I'll probably pop up there, and depending on who they pick, I might get an interview with them. I don't know. I'm trying to see if I can bring somebody very, very high up in the Titans organization on my show. Just gonna leave it at that. But and then I'm also next month is Women's History Month for the Touring the AFC South show. So all the programming I usually do gets scrapped.
Right.
I bring on all black women for the month of March. I've got some actresses this time, Ted.
Okay.
Some actresses out in LA. I've got a comedian. I've got a scientist. Let's see. I might have a music group too, Ted. Nice. A music group that you might know. So yeah. So I've actually, this will probably be, if everything plans out right, it'll probably be my most star-studded Women's History Month I have ever done. Ever.
I'm feeling SWV is coming on your show.
No, not SWV. but they are potentially no.
702.
312. 85 97 345 7892. Word to Mike Epps.
That was a good one.
Word to Mike Epps. Wow, the Memphis Grizzlies have defeated the Milwaukee Bucks. Wowie. Oh, and Marcus Smart wasn't playing either. I forgot to tell you all that. He wasn't playing either. So the big Memphis Grizzlies, led by G.G. Jackson, the youngest player in the NFL with, the NBA, I'm sorry, 19 years old. And Zaire Williams. By the way, I don't know if you knew, Brian, but he actually left school. He actually graduated high school early when he was a junior. Decommitted from North Carolina, went to South Carolina, played for a year, and then left to go to the NBA. And now he's playing for the Memphis Grizzlies, and he's the youngest player in the NBA. So, that's his backstory. But they basically didn't have any of their top bigs two of their top wings. Their backups weren't there either, and they still beat the Milwaukee Bucks.
Terrible. Terrible.
So a lackluster skeleton crew.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, say it loud, Brian. Yes, a lackluster skeleton crew beat the Milwaukee Bucks tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, they've left plenty of. They've got plenty of marks left on them because boy, oh boy, they are bad defensively. That trade for I like the offensive version of the trade for Damian Lillard, but defensively, we all know he ain't got it. That's where Drew Holiday is supremely missed because they have no wing defender. They can be like, okay, cool, put him on this guy, he can stop him.
Really?
They got nobody on their team that can do that.
Man,
Nobody.
I stopped watching basketball when they had their first strike. And then
why you stop watching the NFL when they had their first strike?
I'm just too much of a football guy. But basketball, I'm not that
a basketball guy then.
And then because the last time I went to a Rockets game is when we had Barkley and those blue pinstripe uniforms. That was the last time.
Definitely not a basketball guy.
Yeah. So I'll go to a Dynamo game. I'll go to a Texas game, an Astros game. Even when we had our arena team for a short period, which was still I can't get over the name of why. And then but now I'm going to go to the Roughnecks game. I'm trying to see when the tickets go on sale so I could go catch the first.
You said the Roughnecks?
Yeah, the Houston Roughnecks, the XFL, UFL league, whatever.
Hey, I got a good marketing idea for them. I got a really good marketing idea for them. I think they need to bring MC Light there to perform Roughneck for that team.
There you
Stop.
Man, that would be awesome.
So
bring MC Light there.
Let's go to be a pause.
Have a Roughneck. Gotta have a Roughneck. I can imagine that. I'd be out there, be jamming. Okay.
You didn't listen to the lyrics of the song. It's going to be a pause.
Hey, it'll get people talking about the league. That's all I can say.
But I do like how it's set up now. So like you got the West Side, they're known for like the USFL, and then on the Eastern side is like the XFL. So that's cool. And I was kind of wondering like where that complication would be because for the USFL we have the Houston Gamblers, and then for the XFL we got the Roughnecks. But I'm really happy that they stuck with the Roughnecks because being Houston, prideful, refinery, Oiler history, blah 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 blah. So I'm really happy about that. Oh my
God, it's Texas. Nobody cares, Brian.
Tony, I got another idea for you. Tony, please hear me out on this. They need to have a dude in a tank top T-shirt, some baggy blue jeans, and some Timberlands on the sideline to kind of walk out with the team to be the actual I would say the mascot for the Houston Roughnecks, man. What you think, Tony?
No. I'm about to call it.
Mike, this is for you.
Mike, good seeing you, Ted. I appreciate it, Brian.
Hold on. We getting ready to wrap it up, Tony. Hold on.
Y'all killing me.
Mike, this is for you. The Bucks are 3-7 in the Doc Rivers era.
Yep.
Nothing good is going to come of this.
Funniest thing is going into this game we were 3-6, which is 3-6 Mafia. So they kind of they whooped that trick tonight, basically. Memphis did.
Before we close out, Fireman Rich says UFL starts March 30th, 2024.
You ready for
There's
that?
a fantasy football setup for the UFL.
I don't know.
I don't know enough players to do it.
St. Louis Battlehawks is my UFL team. Go Battlehawks.
I can't. I don't know if I can ride with the Memphis Showboats, man. I'm trying to get myself together. Maybe they can bring the ghost of Reggie White out there, and that would get me excited. Because Reggie White played for that team.
Yep.
Back in the day.
We getting ready to wrap this up. Tony D is getting ready to fall out. Want to definitely thank Glick for coming through while he's on vacation. Mike Patton, as always, solid as hell. Brian, what else? What more can we say, Brian? No JoJo tonight. No UFC 298, which is going to be on Saturday. But we got UFC 300 is going to be happening in April. It's going to be huge.
Hold on, you said UFC 500? UFC 500?
300.
300. Oh, can they have somebody? Can they have somebody come out and yell, "This is Sparta" when it happens? This is Sparta.
Oh,
what is your profession?
But I'm sure some variation of us will be streaming this weekend. There's a couple of VJs up here that do video shows. Mike does his show. Glick is taking the weekend off. No Saturday night show, Glick. What the hell?
No Friday night show, no Saturday night show. Hopefully we'll be back in time for Monday.
Okay. Got it.
What's that? Hey, Tony.
Yeah, we should be back for Monday. Monday is no longer a nonsensical nonsense show. It's a brand new show. So
it's primarily a Glick show.
Well, it's a men's mental health show.
Okay.
So we're trying out some names right now. We're calling it Man Up Monday. Basically,
Okay.
I'm taking that negativity away from, growing up. We've always been told to man up when you fall down and get a boo-boo or whatever,
That's true.
and I'm taking that negativity away because obviously we all know the definition of manning up. So I'm bringing positivity back to it. I'm thinking about keeping it man up. I don't know. We're playing around with a couple different
Keep
names
it up,
too.
man up.
Like that.
So
Like that.
So Monday night's the men's mental health show. Wednesday and Saturdays the nonsensical shenanigans, and then Friday nights is the music show. So and we're lining up a lot of local talent and a lot of local bands for that show.
Hey, Glick.
So
Glick, I got a name for your show, man. Just hear
what's
me
up,
out. You know how they always say "Man Crush Monday"?
Yeah.
No. For real, I got a name. I'm not even trying to be funny, but men caring about men. MCM, men caring about men.
Yeah.
Say "Man Crush Monday," men caring about men.
I like
MCM.
about that, man.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that, man. I'll have to float that out there. I like that.
Okay,
I really do.
cool.
Thanks
I like
again
that
to
because that's the
Fireman
focus.
Rich
I mean,
for listening to all of our shows and earning Satoshis on the Fountain app.
Man, if he said we were earning sushi, man, I'd be down. Come on,
Mike,
man.
Dude, yeah.
Right?
I can eat sashimi all day. Sashimi
Mike, what
all
day do
day.
you come on?
What's that?
Mike, what day do you come on?
Honestly, I don't really have set days very much anymore because some days I might come on by myself. Some days I might have a guest. You just got to pay attention to see, subscribe to the Tour in AFC South.
And turn on your notification.
That's right.
Tony D? Tony D's on fumes.
Man, Tony D's on vapes. That's not fumes.
Oh, boy.
Yo, Tony D, when did you come on?
I'm trying to do something tomorrow and Saturday.
All right.
And I'm only saying that because if Glick's not up, that means I can do it with no problem. Because I tried to jump on nobody's shows, even though I did it twice. And I would, yeah. It was during I took a little bit of a break.
Get on you.
I do got to work tomorrow and Saturday, so I don't know, but I'm gonna try to come on twice.
There will be no breaks, Tony. There will be no breaks, only shows.
You ain't my age, son. You about 10 years younger than me. You'll catch up.
Man. The love of the game will get you through. Love of the game will get you through.
The past 2.5 years already, but
right,
y'all look for the random multi-broadcast. The Bill Kings Fantasy Football League is over. I will get back on my music and doing my thing. Got a request to bring a couple of people back, or at least to do a couple of scenarios back. But I got a piece of the game problem. But I got some music broadcast.
Tony, I got an idea for you too.
What you got?
Yeah, we got old school versus new school. You know why I'm gonna say old school versus new school? I'm gonna say old school versus new school because about an old school version of the song and the I would say the updated or the I guess the sampled version of the song.
I've been waiting on y'all for that battle for
the sample versus the original.
I've been waiting on y'all for that for 2 years.
Man, look. Do you need me to get it together for you? Do you really need me to do that?
First
Put
place.
together the
You're doing pretty
playlist,
good.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still.
I already got one on Spotify called Simply Samply of all the songs that were originally sampled. So if you really need them songs, the originals before they became sampled, I got you.
I know quite a few, and you do have some. I remember that from back on Haps, but we'll see how it goes.
No. I got a Spotify playlist of them.
I keep an Apple playlist of music and a mix of us
No.
playlist of music and a YouTube.
Look, I eat apples. I don't play Apple.
All my music libraries.
We're getting ready to close out, and we're gonna say lying doesn't protect you from the truth. We're out.
Y'all take it easy. Peace.